This is Dr. Todd Seal with DXD X-Ray. I'm going to be going step by step on how to do the patient demographics, plotting of the vertebral bodies, the four ends of the cortices, the spinal lamina line, and how to edit individual points and or the actual vertebral bodies themselves. So we're going to be filling out last name, first name, date of birth, date of radiographs are today, analysis is today, date of accident a few months ago, spinal region, cervical, thoracic, lumbar, or cervical and A to P open mouth. Always be aware that you need 3 views for each of those spinal regions. So for cervicals, it would be neutral, flexion, and extension. Referring doctor would be yourself, or if it came from another clinic. Examining doctor would be yourself, and then 4th, 5th, or 6th edition AMA guidelines, depending on your region, court preference, or even attorney preference. You can select DXD, report of findings, or DXD and report of findings. So we're going to go exclusively DXD. Here are the spinal symptoms of the patient. I like clicking them all off just to cover all the bases. Select save. We're going to go to digitize. So for DICOM, you go to your desktop and or the directory, and we're going to be utilizing the neutral view. Make this a tiny bit bigger. We're going to flip the X-ray. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 vertebral bodies. I'm going to leave C7. And in my clinic, it's 40 inches for the source image distance. Always make sure that you're filling out this distance, because that's imperative for the algorithm for proper linear measurement in millimeters. Degrees does not matter, but the linear measurements in millimeters does. We're going to save this view. We're going to go back to DICOM. I'm going to get a flexion view here. Line this up, flip the X-ray, save the view. You notice that I'm starting with neutral always, then flexion, then extension. Then I don't have to mess with this at the top right hand of view. I never have to hit this drop down box because I'm doing it in order. And these are precious seconds that helps us all day long. I'm going to go back to DICOM. I'm going to click extension. I'm going to center it, flip the X-ray, then I'm going to save the view. Now be aware that the same system applies if we do DMX video. You're freezing it, pausing it, snapshotting it, and you're lining it up and centering it the same way. Upload film, that means you're using a scanner, or you have your plain film scanned on a CD. You're still uploading it the same way, but you have to be in those specific tabs in order to upload those 3 different types of radiographs. Now, you're going to be looking at the spinal glider right here in the middle where this red dot is. It's at the posterior inferior corner of C7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to go at C7, hit the posterior inferior corner. Now you're going to the anterior inferior corner. Next, you're going to the anterior superior corner. Next, you're going to the posterior superior corner. Then you're going in the middle of the spinal lamina line. Now you're going to C6. always the same order. Spinal lamina line. Now we're on C5. Same order. We're always going from the posterior inferior corner to the anterior inferior corner to the anterior superior corner to the posterior superior corner to the middle of the spinal lamina line. Now we're on C4. You can see that this is tracking us at C4 right above here. If you go out of order for any reason, you're going to be able to edit those points either singly or the entire vertebral body, so you don't have to do the entire x-ray again. So now we're going to C7 on the flexion view. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see that I screwed up. I purposely screwed up here on C7. So I'm going to skip that and go to C6. You're always doing these points in order. Now we're doing neutral. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go on C7. You see I'm going in the same order. Okay, so we just plotted all three. It took me minutes. Where we screwed up was on the flexion view, and I screwed up on C7. You can see right here, the plots are right here. So I'm going to go to the entire vertebra. I'm going to go to C7 and just erased all the points on C7. So I just completed C7 as opposed to me having to do the entire vertebral body. Now, look at C2, C3. You can see this anterior inferior point. It's off right here. So let's go to C3. I want to do a single point. Let's do the entire vertebral body at C3. Just like that. Now I want to do a DXD preview. I click preview. Now it's going to be plotting all the points and putting the actual report together. I always like doing them both, sending out both, especially when you do billing for the attorney or the insurance company. So the first 5 pages is always the addendum. Shows all the points that you plotted. And then you always look at George's line. You see how smooth George's line is here? It's always in the same direction. You're looking to make sure that you hit the bottom of these end plates. Again, you're looking for the smoothness of George's line all the way down. So please consult this when you're having questions about plotting of the points. Very easy. If you have any problems with support, either email myself. If you have any glitches in the system, please email support@dxdxray.com. And I have an IT support staff exclusively for any type of glitches during the hours that I sent that out to you guys. Thanks for your support, and I'll talk to you guys later.